Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's so good to see you all today. Before we dive in, quick reminder to hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you haven't already. It really helps the channel, and I'd love to have you join our community. So today we're talking about something really important, depression. Now I know, not exactly the lightest topic for Wednesday, right? But here's the thing. Nearly 1 in 5 adults will experience depression at some point in their lives. That's a lot of us. And despite how common it is, there are still so many misconceptions floating around. That's why I want to chat about 5 myths about depression that we really need to put to rest. Because understanding mental health better helps all of us, whether you're dealing with depression yourself, supporting someone who is, or just want to be more informed. Quick disclaimer. I'm not a mental health professional, just someone passionate about breaking down stigma. Everything I share today comes from research and expert sources, which I'll link in the description below. And of course, if you're struggling, please reach out to a healthcare provider. Myth number 1, depression is just extreme sadness or feeling blue. I hear this one all the time, and I get it. The word depressed is often used casually. I'm so depressed my favorite show ended. Or this rainy weather is depressing. But clinical depression is so much more than feeling sad. Depression is a complex medical condition that affects your brain chemistry, thoughts, feelings, and physical health. Let me break this down. When you're sad, you might cry at a movie, feel down for a day or two after bad news, but you can still find joy in things you love. You know the feeling will pass. Depression, on the other hand, is persistent. It's like a heavy blanket that covers everything in your life. People with depression often describe it as feeling empty or numb rather than just sad. They might lose interest in activities they once loved, even their all-time favorites. Depression also comes with physical symptoms that many people don't realize are connected. Things like changes in appetite or weight, sleeping too much or having insomnia, feeling physically slow or agitated, having unexplained aches and pains, and struggling to concentrate or make decisions. One viewer sent me a message saying, I knew I was dealing with more than sadness when my favorite food started tasting like nothing, and getting out of bed felt like climbing a mountain. That's what depression can do. Understanding this difference matters because telling someone with depression to cheer up or look on the bright side is like telling someone with a broken leg to walk it off. It doesn't address what's really going on. Next up is myth number 2. You need a reason to be depressed. This is a big one. How many times have you heard or maybe even thought, what does she have to be depressed about? She has a great life, or he has no reason to be depressed. Here's the reality. Sometimes depression has an obvious trigger, like losing a loved one, going through a breakup, or experiencing a major life change. This is often called situational depression. But many people develop depression without any clear reason at all. That's because depression can be influenced by so many factors: brain chemistry and biology, genetic predisposition, hormonal changes, chronic stress that builds up over time, even certain medications or physical health conditions. I remember talking to my friend Jamie, who said, I had the job I always wanted, an amazing partner, great friends, and I still woke up every day feeling like I was drowning. It made no sense, which only made me feel worse about feeling bad. The truth is, you don't need to justify depression with a tragic backstory. Depression doesn't check your life circumstances before it shows up. It's not about being ungrateful or dramatic. It's about brain chemistry and complex biological processes. And honestly, questioning whether someone has a valid reason to be depressed only adds shame to what they're already experiencing. Our third myth is that depression looks the same in everyone. You know the image, someone in dark clothes, unable to get off the couch, crying all the time. But here's the thing, depression is incredibly diverse in how it presents. Some people with depression might seem totally fine in public, keeping up a high-functioning appearance, become irritable and angry rather than sad, throw themselves into work or busy activities, use humor to mask their struggles, or experience primarily physical symptoms. I sometimes think about this quote I read, the person who seems to have it all together might be falling apart inside. For men, depression often manifests as irritability, anger, or risk-taking behaviors rather than sadness. For teens, it might look like acting out or struggling in school. For older adults, it might present primarily as physical complaints. This diversity in symptoms is why depression can go undiagnosed for years. People think, I don't look like what depression is supposed to look like, so this must be something else. One of the most insidious forms is what some call smiling depression, where someone appears happy and functional to others while battling intense internal struggles. The comedian Robin Williams was often cited as someone who battled depression behind his bright public persona. So if you or someone you know doesn't fit the stereotypical image of depression, that doesn't mean it's not real or valid. Depression has many faces. Myth number 4 is something I feel really strongly about. Depression means you're weak or lacking willpower. This harmful myth has prevented countless people from seeking help. It suggests that if you were just stronger, more disciplined, or more positive, you wouldn't be depressed. Let me be crystal clear. Depression is not a character flaw. It's not about strength or weakness. It's a medical condition involving complex biological processes. Will we tell someone with diabetes that they just need more willpower to produce insulin? Or tell someone with asthma to try harder to breathe normally? Of course not. Yet we still sometimes do this with mental health conditions. Some of the strongest people I know have battled depression. It takes immense courage to face each day when your brain is telling you everything is hopeless. Reach out for help in a society that often stigmatizes mental health struggles, and try different treatments, and keep going when recovery isn't linear. I remember talking to a veteran who had survived combat situations most of us can't imagine. He told me, "Nothing in war was as hard as fighting the battle in my own mind." Depression can affect anyone, regardless of their strength, intelligence, or character. It's affected artists, athletes, world leaders, scientists, and some of the most accomplished people in history. If you're struggling with depression, please know that it doesn't mean you're weak. In fact, each day you keep going shows remarkable strength. And finally, myth number 5, depression treatment is just pills that zombie you out or years of therapy talking about your childhood. This misconception keeps so many people from seeking help. They think their only options are medication that will change their personality or endless therapy sessions rehashing the past. The reality is that modern depression treatment is diverse, personalized, and increasingly effective. And it's not just about fixing what's wrong. It's about creating a foundation for genuine well-being. Let's talk treatment options. First, medication. Today's antidepressants are much more sophisticated than earlier generations. While finding the right medication can take time, many people experience relief with minimal side effects. And contrary to popular belief, antidepressants don't change who you are. They help remove the barriers that depression puts between you and your true self. Second, therapy. Modern therapeutic approaches like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, focus on practical strategies and can show results in just 12 to 16 sessions for many people. It's less about blaming your past and more about developing tools for the present and future. Third, lifestyle changes. Exercise, nutrition, sleep hygiene, and stress management techniques can significantly impact depression symptoms. These aren't just extras. They're powerful interventions in their own right. And fourth, alternative approaches. Things like light therapy, mindfulness practices, certain supplements under medical supervision, and even treatments like TMS, transcranial magnetic stimulation, offer additional options. The most effective approach is often a combination of these treatments, tailored to the individual. And recovery doesn't necessarily mean years of treatment. Many people see significant improvement within months. One viewer shared, "I put off getting help for years because I thought treatment would be worse than the depression. Now I only wish I hadn't waited so long. Finding the right combination of therapy and medication gave me my life back within 6 months." And there we have it. 5 myths about depression that we really need to leave behind. Understanding depression better matters for all of us. It helps those struggling feel less alone and misunderstood. It helps friends and family provide better support. And it helps create a society where mental health is treated with the same importance as physical health. If you're dealing with depression right now, I hope this video helped you feel a little less alone. And I hope it encourages you to reach out for support. You deserve to feel better, and effective help is available. If you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. As always, I've included resources for mental health support in the description, including crisis lines that are available 24/7. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.